Hey guys, it's Thunder. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and welcome back to the channel. Now today guys, we're going to be doing the Q&A. Who is Thunder? I submitted a post a couple of days ago on Twitter asking you guys to throw questions at Thunder. You know, you want to get to know me? Ask me questions. So we're going to be doing that video right now guys, and we're going to get straight off the bat. And by the way, thank you so much for your support guys. I wanted to actually say that first. I am close to hitting 130 subscribers, and I want to thank you all. You're all wonderful and so kind and generous. I love you all. So we're going to get off with the first question, and the first question comes from the main man, Cobra TV. Thank you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. He asks, you're stranded on a deserted planet. You can only have one movie and one CD. Which are they? Great question. So, in relation to the one movie, that would be Interstellar. I think if you're on an alien deserted planet, what better film than that? You know, I absolutely love that film. It's mysterious, it's beautiful, it's poetic. It doesn't just have exploration, but it has, you know, situations of love, how love works within the universe of that film, between, you know, a father and daughter. It has so many emotions involved to that film. It became a cult classic in my opinion, especially to me. I was blown away by the film visually and the story. So I would have to say that, Cobra. I would have to say that, my friend. In relation to music CD, I'm a big Queen fan. And my favorite Queen album is Innuendo. So it would have to be that. It has songs that are full of joy and sadness. It's basically a CD that has so many emotions running through it, because obviously it was the last album that Queen did with the late great Freddie Mercury, that you could feel what he was going through at that time, knowing he was dying. And I think that with Interstellar and that CD, you know, Queen Innuendo, that would work so well together. So it would be those two that I would have. So I hope I've answered your question, Cobra. Thank you for that question, my friend. So we're going to go to the next question. That's from You Are Gobsmacked. Hello, my friend. He asks, describe the feeling you had when you first played No Man's Sky. Exhilaration, emotion, overwhelmed, really taken back. I remember when I booted up the game and you had the initialized screen, and then you're hearing this female voice, robotic voice, and the camera's panning around in the sky, and you're like, whoa, this is awesome. And then you're literally just left to do what you got to do, which is fix your ship. But at that time, I was lost in the game. I was just walking around going, whoa, look at that terrain, look at these animals. And I remember it very well. I was spawned on a lush planet, and this planet was dense. It had purple grass, green trees, really cool little sort of lakes like this. Obviously it was a 1.00 build, because I got the game about 3-4 days early before the day one patch. But it was so beautiful. I spent about 3 hours on that planet, and I was just overwhelmed. It's the color palette, the beauty, it was so mysterious as well, because you're literally you're put in a game and you're like not really told what to do other than fix your ship, and you don't know what else is going on that planet. So yeah, I would say that's how I felt. So I hope I've answered your question, Gobsmacked, and thank you, my friend. The next question is L Plays Gaming. Hello, my friend. Thank you for the question. He asks, if you could make your own game with absolutely no limitations, what would it be? Okay, that's a great question. I would say it's partially been fulfilled for me already, and that's with No Man's Sky. This is a game I've dreamt about since I was a little kid, since I became a fan of science fiction and astronomy. And I always wished, from a young age, I wish we could have a game where it was an open universe. You can go to any planet, explore in your ship, land, explore, go to another planet, go to another solar system, and do whatever you want. And No Man's Sky pretty much in some respects fulfills that. But if there was anything else I'd like to have in a game, it would be to be able to create your own worlds and solar systems and planet types, you know, and craft a planet with your own types of props and assets on it. That would be pretty awesome. That would be sort of like the ultimate dream game for me. I mean, this is the dream game for me, No Man's Sky, but the ultimate dream game would be to have the sort of fight mechanics of Elite Dangerous, but not as complex, with No Man's Sky and the ability to be able to create your own worlds and solar systems. You know, that would be pretty awesome. So yeah, I would say that, L-Plays. I hope I've answered your question, my friend, and thank you for that. The next question is, who's your favourite game protagonist of all time? Now, this is from Ray Reynolds. Thank you, my friend, for that question. This was a super difficult question to answer because I have many, but I am going to go back to my early days of gaming. And that would probably, I know as cheesy as this answer is going to be, I would say it's Super Mario. I think Super Mario just stood out as the main man. You know, he was the guy that saved the princess from the castle, from Bowser in the castle. You know, he had his sidekick, his brother Luigi, but Mario was always a protagonist in the game. He was the main guy that everyone looked up to as a kid. You know, whereas I was a Super Nintendo guy, NES guy, whereas a lot of us see the Sega guys was Sonic, but mine was Mario. If I'm going to sort of skipping forward, maybe what 5 to 6 years, I in my opinion, gaming back then had a lot more protagonists. You know, main guys. You know, like if you look about Street Fighter, it was either Ken or Ryu was the main guy. Now it's just different. Gaming is so different now. You know, gaming back then was very basic but very good, whereas now it's much more realistic in a sense. It's like, you know, games are like playing films these days. It's like being in a film. You know, I think The Last of Us had many protagonists in it, and that was probably one of the best games where, in the sense of story, that I've ever played. I'm just trying to think what I would class as a big protagonist in current versions of gaming, and I can't really think of any, if I'm honest. But if I could go back to my older days of gaming, I would probably say Super Mario. So, Ray Reynolds, I hope I've answered your question, my friend, and thank you for the question as well. Now, the last question comes from Game Mode, and Game Mode, thank you, my friend. Thank you for everything. You've been wonderful, and I hope you're doing all right, my friend. So, Game Mode asks, how long have you been gaming on PS4, and what were your favourite games in the past? So, I've been gaming on PS4 for a good 3 years now. I got the PS4 primarily for No Man's Sky, but I always wanted a PS4, but I got it eventually. So it's about 3 years. If I'm going back talking about gamings back then, oh goodness me, there is many. Super Mario, Street Fighter, Streets of Rage, Sonic, Star Fox, Shinobi. I loved GTA San Andreas, one of my favourite games ever. I loved GTA San Andreas. Sensible Soccer, which was a football game, back on the Amiga. I loved that, absolutely loved it. As well as Football Manager. Now, back in the sort of mid-noughties, beginning of the noughties, I was a huge fan of Football Manager. I was so obsessed with that game that I could play it for 12 hours straight. It kind of overtook my life and took over everything else, and it was really bad. It was like a severe addiction, and I had to kind of go, you know what, I need to step away from this game for a little while. And I haven't actually played it for many years now. I have many games in my collection, my emulator collection, that I still play. I love Alien Trilogy, which was on the PS1, GoldenEye on the N64, as well as Super Mario 64. There's, oh goodness me, there are so many. You know what, I could probably give you 100, but it's just going to take up so much time on this video. But Game Mode, my friend, thank you for the question. I hope I've answered it well enough. So guys, that's the questions done. If you do have any more questions you want to ask me, feel free to ask them via DM on Twitter or in the comments below for this video, and I will answer them for you. And I might even do a part 2 video for you. I will be doing another special video probably in the next coming months, more in-depth one, where I may be doing a face reveal. I may do it, guys, okay? I'm quite a private person. and it's nothing personal, but I just like to keep certain things private in my life, and I'm a little bit shy as well, if I'm honest. But yeah, so that might have that to look forward to as well, guys. So I'm going to just quickly briefly talk about No Man's Sky and the fact that it's been very quiet with Hello Games. We know they're working on an update, guys. We know they are. We know they're working their asses off to give us some more beautiful content, and I'm sure we all appreciate that as I do. But you know, I am speculating that it's going to be a space update. There was a post on Reddit that it was actually a post that got to me to the point where I thought this was the official description of the update that this person called the I think, was it the not the Abyss, the Void. He called it the Void, and I thought this was legitimate notes about the next update from Hello Games. And the way that he described it, and you know, the description was so much like Hello Games that I was blown away by it. And a lot of it talked about I'm going to link it to you guys so you can have a read for it, because it's going to take forever. It was really long. It's a long post, and it's just going to drag on, and I don't want to do that. But I'll put the link in the description, guys, so you can go straight to it. Have a read. It will make you go, crap, I thought that was official patch notes from Hello Games. So yeah, I think it's coming soon, guys. I think, you know, we all get a bit impatient wondering what's going on, but at the same time we need to know that they are working on something. I do speculate that something's probably going to be coming in the next week or two. When Hello Games are this quiet, it means they're working on something to release. There was also a update on PC, I believe, 2 or 3 days ago, for something. I'm not entirely sure what. If someone knows, then please let me know in the comments down below. So maybe they're working on something. Maybe there's something that's brewing up, and they just want to, you know, do some updates with the build to see how it's going. I don't know. We never know with Hello Games, guys, do we? You know, it's always top secret, hush hush. But I'm going to leave you guys to it. Thank you very much indeed for all who gave me some really nice questions to answer. I do appreciate it. And you know what? I'm going to sign out now, guys. Thunder loves you all as always. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. It really does help the channel, and it has helped as my channel has grown over the past couple of weeks already, and it means the world to me. But yeah, Thunder's going to sign out now, guys. Thank you so much. You take care. Bye bye.